The Nema has three parts, explaining the origin, propagation, and miracles of Bhuta, the spiritual deity. In the first part of Pardana, it explains the story of Koti Chennaya. In the second part, they explain the route map, explaining the beginning of the Garudi, where the Nema is performed. And the third part explains the miracles of the Bhuta and blessings and assurances given to the community.
All the deeds, acts and their protest elements, they were combined together in the form of a narrative. So it is not just deifying a person into a Bhuta or a semi-god. It is a kind of mythification of the narrative. Whole historical event has been converted into a myth. So this mythification and deification, these two processes are combined together. So we get an epic.
ಇವನು ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬರೆದು ಹಾಕಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಜನರು ತಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸದ ನಡುವೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮನೋರಂಜನೆ ಸಂತೋಷಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವರು ಹಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಹಾಡುವುದು ಮಾತನಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಹಾಡುವುದು ಅವರು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಡುವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಅನಾಯಾಸವಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತವರಿಗೆ ನೀಜಿ ನೆಡುವಾಗಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ನೇಮದ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ತೆಂಬರೆ ಬಡಿತಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಲಯ ಬೇಕು. ಈ ಲಯಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದೇ ಅದು ಕಾವ್ಯ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕಾವ್ಯ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು, ಒಬ್ಬೆಲೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ವಿಸ್ತೃತ ವ್ಯಾಪಕವಾದಂಥ ಈ ಕಾವ್ಯವೇ ಪಾಡ್ದಾನ.
ಇರುವಡೆ ಬಲ್ಯ ಕಟ್ರೆನ ಮುಳ್ಳು ಕಂತಂಡ ಕಡಿಲ ಬೋಂಟೆಗೆ.
The story has survived and passed on to generations through a form of verbal singing called Pardana. It is sung by women in the paddy fields and by the members of Parava community in their ritual practices. The strength of traditional verbal communication forms is that it does not restrict itself to a story or an incident. It adds information and knowledge to update the story and makes it relevant to any generation. This is evident in the Koti Chennaya Pardana and its ritual practices. The epic has a very interesting concept on the creation of life. The birth of Devi Baidati from the egg of birds throw light on the theory of evolution. The birth of a human being from the egg laid by a bird is peculiar, but it opens a link between evolution of living beings. This can be closely related to the theory of evolution in modern science. Koti Chennaya's epic provide a significant information about the nature worship forms of coastal Karnataka. Nagabana and Barmarbana, where patch of forest land conserved to protect the genetic diversity for humanity. The story of Devi Baidati narrates the role of local health traditions and the selfless service rendered by folk healers. The word Baiditi must have been referred to Vaidya, a term used for doctor. It tells us the importance and respect that was given to the value of medicinal plants used for treatment. An example of this is the instance where Dei Baiditi keeps the medicinal plants in the plankin that was sent to bring her. The Pardhanas also explain the treatment methods and the name of medicinal plants used in the treatment. This, if conserved, can definitely safeguard generations to come. The death of Dei Baiditi is a serious case of lack of proper care during pregnancy and childbirth. The proper care and nutrition that has been provided to the twin children has resulted in the development of strong physical and mental health. This reminds us of the fact that for a healthy society, we must safeguard the healthcare needs of mother and child. The Koti Chennaya story narrates the importance of education. Need-based and community-supported education system was in existence those days. Koti Chennaya learned archery, gymnastics and martial arts in Garodis, an equivalent to modern gymnasium. Tulunadu is a land of evergreen dense virgin forests. Having the cultivation lands next to forests, hunting obviously becomes one of the means to protect their crops. The story of Koti and Chennaya gives a detailed description of hunting, ways of hunting, the techniques involved and the weapons used. It also narrates the limitations and restrictions of killing wild animals to sustain them in the wild. Koti Chennaya Pardhana gives us useful and detailed description of agriculture. A portion of the Pardhana clearly explains about how Koti Chennaya learnt paddy growing agriculture techniques. Information ranging from techniques adopted, the name of the tree species used for making agro equipments like plough, the right calendar for sowing and harvesting are documented in a manner worth appreciating for generations. It also explains the proper usage of water and the importance of soil conservation. There are references to weather predictions based on the observations of stars, sky, birds and animals. A database which can guide the universe with a harmonious way of living with nature. Koti and Chennaya represent a perfect blend and balance that is essential for a perfect personality. Koti is diplomatic and sober, while on the other hand, Chennaya is impulsive, aggressive and short-tempered. Together, they have a perfect mixture of qualities that are essential for a strong personality. Human relationships are emotionally explained in Koti Chennaya's epic. The joy of a sister when she meets her brothers is beyond any possible description. One of the most common portion of the Pardhana explains this joy that is experienced by Kinnidaru when she meets her brothers. This portion of the Pardhana is normally sung and enjoyed by women in the paddy fields, who are known for sacrifice and hospitality in their real life. One of the common scenes enjoyed by all audience is that when Koti and Chennaya meet their brother-in-law Payya Baida on their way to Punjab. Although the timing of the event is a tense moment in the life of the twin brothers, they enjoy the sense of humor of Payya Baida. The story of Koti Chennaya brings to light many interesting rituals and traditional practices specific to the region of Tulunadu. Some of the rituals even bring out the evil side of men-dominated society, like the one due to which a girl is sent away from the family if not married before attaining puberty. The story also narrates the rituals during childbirth, piercing the ears, marriage, family life, and cremation and post-cremation rituals. Koti and Chennaya belong to the Billava community. the community was predominantly engaged in toddy tapping. For the first time, Koti and Chennaya changed their profession and became farmers. This creates a lot of political development, which leads into conflicts between communities. This story shows the determination and courage in the brothers to challenge the belief of the society, which thinks the professions are attached to birth.
ಆನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲಿಪ್ಪನ ಮಂಜಿನ ಗಡಲ ನೆಂಪುಂಟಾರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಚೆಂಡು ಗೊಬ್ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ನಂಜಿನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಲಿ ಚೆಂಡನ ಹೋಯ್ತು ತೊಂದುಬೋದು ಅವರು ಪುಸ್ತಕೋಡು ಬಾಗಿನ ನೆಂಪುಂಡ ಆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಪಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಯಿಡ ಬೈದಿ ಲತ್ತೆ ಕೈಟಿ ಗೆತ್ತೊಂದು ನಂಜಿನ ಚೆಂಡಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬುಲೆದ ಕೈಟಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೆತ್ತೊಂದು ಪಂಪಿನ ಪಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಂತ ಈ ಕಾಲ ಕೂಡದು ಬೈದಿ ಸನ್ನಿಹಿತವಾದ.
The Koti Chennaya epic has also become popular in other forms of communication.
ತುಳುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಕೋಟಿ ಜನರ ಆಟ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ ನಡೆಸಿದರು. ಅದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ತುಳುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಯ ರಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂತು.
It was the Basel Mission which published the collection of Koti Chennaya stories in a book form for the first time in 1886. Many books have been published after 1886. The epic of Koti and Chennaya is now being narrated with the help of various mediums like stage shows, theatrical performances, television serials, movies, and other popular forms.
ಕೋಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಯ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯ ಕಲೆ, ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಕಲೆ, ನಾಡಿನ ಕಲೆ.
ಡೆನ್ನ 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 ಡೆನ್ನೆ ಡೆನ್ನ ಡೆನ್ನ ಡೆನ್ನೆ ಡೆನ್ನ ನೀಯೇ ಡೆನ್ನ 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 ಡೆನ್ನೆ ಡೆನ್ನ ಡೆನ್ನೋ ಡೆನ್ನ ಡೆನ್ನ ಡೆನ್ನೆ
ಸುಳ್ಳಮಳೆ ಮಲ್ಲಮಳೆ ಒಂಜಾವಡು
ಬೇಪಾಯಿನ ಬಾರ ಮುಂಗೆ ಬರಡು
ಕಲ್ಲದ ಕೋರಿ ಕಿಲೆಪ್ಪಡು
ಪುಚ್ಚೆಗ ಕೊಂಬು ಬರಡು
ಅಪ್ಪಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಬರ್ಪ ಇಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರ್ತ
Kiriye akairale kanti yenkleget Palila undo undaka yenkleget.
This epic can be related to our everyday life in more than one way. This shows us how it is possible to pass on enormous amount of valuable and precious knowledge through an epic. This folk epic has helped to demystify the myths by simplifying the truth of equality and natural way of living.